and welcome back to the Hurricane Awareness Tour 2019. I'm Ken Graham, Director of the National Hurricane Center. We are in Roanoke, Virginia, and Dennis, look at these crowds. I mean, we are an inland site. We're talking about 3 out of the 5 sites being inland sites. We can't even see the end of the line here from Roanoke. It's absolutely amazing. So if you could pan around and show the lines. We are here talking about inland flooding, the dangers of flooding. The flood record here in Roanoke, 1985, associated with Hurricane Juan. Tropical systems producing a lot of rainfall in this area. Very dangerous for even inland communities. As we always say, hurricanes aren't just coastal, they're inland as well. So Dennis, let's go ahead and try to find somebody in line. There's so many people here at this event. It's just been a wonderful event. We've been talking to everybody about those dangers, and one of the big questions people say, well, you're in Roanoke, you're inland. I thought it was coastal. It's usually about the wind, and we're telling people, no, you close your eyes, you think about hurricanes, often you see the wind, you see a beach, you see palm trees and that sort of thing, but it really is talking about the inland flooding. So Dennis, we're going to speed it up and go a little faster and talk to people here. This is the line, trying to see the P3, the NOAA P3 hurricane hunters. And what a great job that they do flying into the hurricanes, right into the center of these hurricanes, getting the data that we need at the Hurricane Center to help us with the forecast, making the models better as we try to get the best forecast we can to make the best decisions that we can. So we're going to stop right here, Dennis. So, Ken Graham from the National Hurricane Center. I wanted you to introduce yourself first.
Hi, I'm Daniel.
So Daniel, look at these aircraft. I mean, I guess I want to say, what's been your favorite thing so far today?
Being able to see airplanes this huge up close and personal, I think, is the greatest experience of this entire event.
So, think about the meteorology, the aircraft, the pilot. Is it something that might shape something you might want to do in the future?
I definitely want to go into some field that involves planes, aircrafts in any shape or form. So I think it's definitely an interesting career.
Okay, well, I'm sure happy you're here. We really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And we're rolling around, just talking to people. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. So they're going to enjoy the plane. One thing that he said that I thought was interesting, Dennis, was he talked about seeing the planes, right? It's one thing to read about preparedness, read about things in a magazine or a brochure. It's another thing to see it live, see it in person, meet the people, see the planes. One thing that we talk about with warnings, you go back in history and a lot of the warnings were always text. Nowadays at the Hurricane Center, more the warnings and watches are visualized through graphics. There's a group here that's really interesting. They're really looking at what warnings might look like in the future. So this is a virtual reality. It's like so many people are starting to do that. So we have a virtual reality table here. Well, I think we're going to set up behind here and turn this over. So explain what we have here. This is a live demonstration. We have a young man here actually with the goggles on, and you can see on the computer what he's actually seeing. This could be the future of warning. So take over. Tell us what you're seeing here.
So what we're seeing here is a virtual reality simulation, VR, of a Category 3 hurricane. So you're placed in the first floor of a residential home, and the point is to show someone what a hurricane might look like without actually being there for real. So this immerses the individual in the Category 3 impact. So you have wind blowing around debris, roof shingles flying off, glass windows smashing, tree branches flying around. Then the storm surge comes in. That's a partnership we have with the NHC Storm Surge Unit. And you have several feet of water, wash away a police car, flood into the home, and it can be quite frightening for an individual to have that water come up to chest level in the VR. And it can really sort of teach them how dangerous and frightening a storm surge can be. So really a great tool to convince people that they need to evacuate. So we've just finished the simulation here. You can take the goggles off.
Let's take your goggles off.
Tell us a bit about it.
So we were talking about this. Did it make a difference, me telling you, well, the weather's going to be bad things are going to happen. Does it make a difference seeing it ahead of time?
Yes.
How so?
Well, when you're looking at it, you can visualize how it's coming in and how you can help yourself, basically. And knowing how everything will go, and because in it you can tell how stuff will pretty much happen.
There you have it, Dennis. Think about this. You think about visualizations. We talked to 2 people and how you see warnings. We've gone from graphics. We talked about words in the past. Everything used to be words. Now it's graphics, and now it's virtual reality. Thinking about how we can see things in the future, and take it from somebody that just went through this. Seeing it is believing it, and you experience it, and you might be able to take actions based on what you've seen. Right, makes a difference.
Yep.
So thank you for doing this, and thank you everybody for watching. And we pinky promised. So I told him I'll have something for him if he was able to talk to us today. So I wanted to give you my official coin as the director of the National Hurricane Center. That's for you to keep, and I think you'll enjoy that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So this is once again Ken Graham here live at our third stop, Roanoke, Virginia, at the Hurricane Awareness Tour 2019.